What are you doing?
I'm just getting comfy.
I think you're too comfy. That is too comfy.
I'm just...
There's definitely diminishing returns when it comes to comfort. All right.
I'm professionally comfy.
All right, professionally comfy. That's PC.
Yeah.
Proco.
Mm-hmm. Proco.
Just Proco. Just sit back here, Proco.
Just,
yeah. So what I was thinking, it's I'm trying to definitely stop yelling at the kids. I don't want to be yelling at the kids as much as I do.
Me too.
Right?
Yeah, agreed.
But yelling at the kids is so funny as well to me. Like, the humor of it is not keeping me doing it.
Yeah.
It's like the lack of my ability to handle my height of frustration at that point.
Yeah.
Right? But what's funny about it is because you're basically like, hey, why are you not doing that thing that I had to get yelled at for a kid for also not being able to do? Mm-hmm. You know, it's a ridiculous... Like, of course they can. I remember how insane my mom looked, and even like parents looked. Like, we were just dealing with that situation where we're trying to get, our son to show his work in his math. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Can you just show your fucking work?
Yeah.
Dude, can you show your fucking work?
You're doing it. Yeah. It's coming out of you. Just write it down.
So what, do you want to be a shady general contractor? Is that what you want to do, dude? Just show your goddamn work. Can I see your fucking work?
Seriously.
But that's how it felt. I remember because, I was just talking to you about that teacher that I had in high school that if you didn't show your work, he would give you it would give you a 0 for that homework assignment.
Yeah.
You got to show your work.
Yeah.
And I thought that was, now bear in mind, I was always a person that time I was doing math in high school, I had to show my work.
Right.
Like, I wasn't one of the more advanced math students in my advanced math class.
That's what I was just worried about him. I'm like, he's too smart. He's like getting these right without showing his work. He's not going to learn.
Dude, that's how you end up being a shady general contractor.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's like, you get used to doing it without showing the work, and then, you're so worried about the end result that you're just trying to get this end result no matter what corners you cut.
Yeah.
Because you're used to cutting corners. Like, not showing your work is cutting corners.
Yeah. You like learn how to back into numbers. Yeah. It's like in contractor world, it's like, oh, we'll just back into that.
Yeah. It just felt right. It just felt right. Yeah, but that teacher, I just thought he was just jealous of the people that could do the work.
You asshole.
I showed the work.
I know, you still thought it though.
Yeah. No, that was definitely my thought. I was definitely an asshole. I was like a uncloseted asshole. Yeah. Right? Because like for sure there were some things that I was better at and I would show out a little there. Mm-hmm. But in math classes, I was just like silently holding my asshole thoughts in. But I had them. Yeah. Yeah. And I was, but in other classes, like in all of my literature-based classes or communication-based classes.
Oh, you let your asshole show?
Dude, even in my health and fitness class, I was like, this motherfucker don't know. Dude, you were never even an athlete. I'm an athlete right now. What's up? What's up?
You know who let their asshole show this week and is getting in a lot of heat for it?
Who?
Alex Trebek.
Alex Trebek showed that asshole?
He did.
Man, he needs to... All right, let's hear about this.
So he had a contestant on his show. His contestant had a little bit of a lisp. Yeah. He was talking to his contestant. His contestant was explaining, like they're like what is his question? Like, what are you going to do with the money that you win? You know, and he had like a lovely answer about what he was going to do with it. Yeah. And Alex Trebek
send some to Mississippi.
And Alex Trebek said, I see. And everybody chuckled. Yeah. And the man with the list continued on his story.
Oh, he wrote a blog about it afterwards, didn't he?
But I don't even know if he got upset about it.
Yeah.
Fans were like, okay, Alex Trebek, you got to retire. They're like, we've had enough of you.
Right,
just cancel yourself.
You used to be professionally comfortable. Now you're unprofessionally comfortable. Yeah. That's the especially in 2021. Yeah. Where we can't. Let me just say this. Like, yes, in 2021, what Alex Trebek did was unprofessionally comfortable, right? Yeah. But also, can we acknowledge that we find it interesting when people are articulate but talk different?
Yeah.
It's an interesting quality.
Yeah.
It's hard.
And he was all of that. Like, he was the man with the lisp was articulate.
I bet he was.
Yeah.
Right? And it makes it cool.
Yeah.
And when somebody does it in a way where they're actually articulate, you're like, I'm going to do that.
And you're like, do they have an accent?
Yeah. It's like, I'm gonna talk just like them.
Yeah.
I see. It's like, oh, this is so fun. Like, you ever... Here's how I know that for a fact. Because I've always been an articulate person ever since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
But I also used to stutter.
Yeah.
I would have like a little stutter that I would do every now and again, and it would just like a quick repetition of a word, but I would just move past it, because I didn't get too bogged down in the stutter because I was very confident in my ability to communicate. So I would just like, man, I made stuttering look cool. And I would just see a person do it like that. Because then there was another person that stuttered that I grew up with. He wasn't necessarily as articulate, and his stutter was bad. And when he was stutter, people just felt bad.
Yeah. Or
they got really fucking annoyed at him really quickly.
Yeah.
It's like, fucking say it, dude.
That's the rudest thing to say to somebody that stutters, right? Like, they want to say it too.
I mean, we were just, and like, you think about it, this is like high school, middle school, when we were just all balls of frustration and like angst. And again, I'm like, I think that the teacher's jealous because this kid, Eric Kroom, can do the math without showing his work.
Yeah.
So you're just jealous that you can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for sure, it's not a good time to be around people. Those are the people, they should probably stay home from school. They should shelter people, at least in the 90s.
Yeah.
People that stuttered should have sheltered in place and waited for 2021.
Yeah, when they can come out safely.
But you know what they didn't? They had to become resilient and build character.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So shout out to all the people that studied.
Yeah, how do you think that man with the lisp became so articulate? He didn't hide out and be like every time somebody made fun of him, like write a blog and be like, you shouldn't do that.
Dude, he never stopped giving his opinion.
Yeah.
he was always giving his opinion. Mm-hmm. Well, actually. Yeah. I was, that barroom brawl. That bathroom brawl with those football players. Well, that's all the rage right now.
It is. Yeah. Why do you think that's captured everybody's attention? Like, they're like, I mean, because I didn't even think about the fact that they're in a bar bathroom with no masks on. Like, there's like, nobody gives a fuck about COVID. Nobody.
You can't get COVID when your dick is out. If you're in a room with other people with their dicks out, you can't get COVID either.
Really?
Yeah. That's one of the immunities to COVID.
I've got a story that proves that, I think.
Yeah?
Just so it happens.
All right, we'll get to that.
Okay.
But I think one of the reasons that this bathroom brawl, if you're not familiar with this bathroom brawl, I might as well say it. So there's a video going around, it's viraling, and it's two football players in a bathroom.
From Oklahoma University.
And they're like alphaing two smaller guys in a bathroom.
Yeah.
Now, one of the football players is saying that he was trying to de-escalate something that was happening.
Yeah.
That was later information. But, so one of the football players pushes one of the smaller guys. They end up being brothers. That's, again, later information. Pushes one of the brothers. So football players versus brothers. All white, by the way, not brothers.
There was a brother filming, you believe?
The only black person in that.
He was commentating on the whole thing.
And, like, that's one of those things, too, where it's like, nobody else is filming. It's like, dude, you're going to just, like, help. It's like, no, he's culturally allowed to film. Yeah. As long as he's giving over-the-top commentary, he's culturally allowed to film. He doesn't have to help.
Yeah.
Black people don't have to help in emergency situations as long as we have camera battery.
I can't keep, like, all the things that are, like, wrong with this keep popping into my mind. Like, there was no mask. They're all at a bar during COVID. There's a black man filming people pissing in a bathroom. Like, what? There's so much wrong with this video.
Black men are also allowed to film white guys with their dicks out if they have their dicks out. White guys are always taking their dicks out for weird reasons at parties.
Yeah.
So it's just like, we can't not. This is ridiculous. Remember else at that one frat party where they all went to paint their dicks green?
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Green doesn't show up good on that.
Yeah. You don't want to see my dick green. So these two one of the football players started to get physical with one of the brothers. He pushed him. And then the brothers just happened to be people that have been doing MMA since they were 12.
Wrestling since they were babies.
Yeah. So they put a hurting on these guys.
Yes.
They fucked them up in a bathroom, and it was all sorts of ground fighting, grappling going on, piss all over the floor.
Banging into people, pissing on urinals. Like, that pee was going everywhere.
Yeah. The funny thing about it is, like, there is, like, a weird code in a men's bathroom with, like, because they ended up on the wall, like, opposite of where all the guys were pissing.
Yeah.
They did bump into a couple guys, and you can tell, like, as they fight, they were like, oh, my bad, dude, my bad.
Yeah.
It was like, my bad.
And nobody, like, pissing got offended. Everybody was just like, it was weird how everybody was just like, let this occur. This needs to happen. This manly activity needs to happen while I piss over here.
It kind of made me think of, like, imagine, like, the Tasmanian devil in a crowded men's bathroom, just spinning all over the place, and then he bumps into a dude pissing and stops, like, oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean that.
Yeah. Mad awareness, bathroom awareness. I got this.
By the way, that's another speech impediment that's fun. The Tasmanian devil speech impediment.
Yeah.
Like, when you would watch that Come to Tasmanian show, and there was, like, those articulate ones.
Yeah.
You're like, I want to talk like that.
Yeah, sticking your tongue out while you talk.
Yeah, but, yeah, I the more I look at that video, the more I think that those MMA guys might have been gesturing in a way that started it. I did that when I was in college, like, because I knew I had a little bit of martial arts training and these guys thought they were hot shit. I would purposely go in their space and be hot shit.
Yeah.
And then that would draw the attention of, like, dude, like, how you can't be hot shit in my space.
Yeah, because not only were they shorter, but they were not dressed as nice, and they were not as commercial. Like, the football player dude was like a commercially attractive human. Yeah, and they looked like anybody who's gone to a preppy college, like, they looked like townies. He
looked like a jacked Van Wilder. What's that guy that plays Van Wilder?
Oh.
He played the Green Lantern as well.
Oh.
And Deadpool.
Yeah, that guy.
Deadpool. He looked like Deadpool.
Yeah.
A little bit.
You're, like, doing all the reference, like, he also plays, like, rom-com shows, too, right?
Yeah.
But you're doing, like, all the man references. Ryan Gosling, right?
No, Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. Yeah.
Yeah, he looked like a Jack Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, yeah, I do think, so I would do things like, I wouldn't necessarily try to bump into those guys, but when I saw those guys trying to walk past me, and they were walking past me in a way that you could tell that they weren't going to move for me, I would also not move for them.
Yeah.
So then we would collide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now something has to be said or done, or somebody has to apologize.
Yeah.
And I'll apologize if you apologize. You were the one walking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know.
So, you remember I used to ruin parties.
Yeah. We were there.
I mean, that's the other thing. They ruined that fucking party.
Yeah.
Well,
not for the black guy. Actually, he had the time of his life.
That's how you make a party for a black guy. You just, like, if a black guy, if you want a black guy to have a good time, if your white party, just start fucking fighting each other.
Yeah.
That is amazing. One time at college, we went to Lafayette College, and Lafayette College is a college that is 98% white, right? 2%, at the time that we were there anyway.
Yeah.
It might be like 96% now. It's very progressive.
Yeah.
Right? But at the time we were there, it was 98% white, so 2% minority, not even 2% black. That was 2% all minority, non-white. Right? So, one time, me and my little crew, sophomore year, we used to just walk around and go to different white parties and just observe all the wacky shit white people did. It was just a fun thing that we did. Right? And, like,
look, they're not even having a step show. They're not even cool like black colleges.
Why are they all doing different dances? This doesn't make any sense. Isn't this supposed to be a party? Everybody's doing different dances at a party? It's a party, though. A party? One of the funniest ones that we went into and observed was a saran wrap party where everybody was dressed in saran wrap, only saran wrap.
Was this a co-ed saran wrap thing?
It was a co-ed saran wrap party. And all the dudes were just trying to... You could tell that, like, all the dudes were just amped up about the fact that they were going to be at a saran wrap party and the chicks were going to be naked under the saran wrap, or at the very least, like, in bra and panties and saran wrap.
Yeah.
And they weren't planning how they were going to do their saran wrap the whole entire time.
That was my first question. Like, do you separately saran wrap your dick, or do you saran wrap it down to your body? Like, this is important consideration.
You bubble wrap the dick.
Yeah.
So every single chick had, you know, like a very in-depth saran wrap get up.
Yeah, and I get that like this is cool because it's going to be see-through.
Yeah.
But it's also like for people at college parties that are trying to stick things in holes. Like saran wrap seems like it might be challenging.
No, you just break it open.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Because it's not like you're gonna rewear the saran wrap outfit.
Well, layer after. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So
overthinking it. I got it.
Yeah, and the girls, they all had very in depth. Like they would even have like low cut saran wrap blouses or
made
whatever.
it look nice.
It looked nice, and like the one girl had like
trim
like
on the
skirt.
end of it.
Yeah, like a skirt with like loose around her.
Yeah.
And then like tight like saran wrap tights on underneath. It was very in depth, and like all the dudes just had like half mermaid wrapped legs.
Yeah.
Because they didn't even. They just, like, they could not contain themselves enough to even saran wrap individually each leg. They were like, we just gotta fucking put saran wrap on and then we'll be able to fuck all these chicks in saran, you know?
Yeah,
it was just,
yeah.
Yeah, that was a funny one. So watching all the guys try to, you know, like, pick up women as mermaids.
Like, wobble.
Yeah,
like, over there.
like,
hey.
Like, none of the guys could sit down because, like, one guy sat down and he busted his mermaid bottom.
Yeah.
So... You know, again, if they got to learn how to be professionally comfortable.
Yeah, you got to do a geisha walk over to everybody to pick them up. Like,
that is the worst way to try to pick up a chick.
Yeah.
And we were sitting there not in saran wrap, and typically if you go to a party and you're not participating in the theme of the party, you're like, ugh, they suck.
Yeah.
You know, we're all having a good time. They suck. But because all these dudes were like walking around like geishas, and we were like the rage of the party. Like we were the men at the party.
Yeah.
But one of the other times we were just like hanging out in the student center late at night because we were tired. We were recuperating from all of the walking around checking out parties.
All the step shows you were performing.
That's how we would get from party to party.
I know. I used to walk down the sidewalk.
We were a loud party hopping unit.
Uh-huh.
And so we were at the student center, and it was late at night, and we would go there and we would get something from like the soda machines and stuff and just hang out and chill and talk. And, you know, we like in our mind, we were just like, dude, we're just so chill. We're just like kicking back. We're like professionally comfortable. Just pro-co. Just pro-co here. Just chilling at the end of the night, recapping all the wacky white shit we witnessed.
Yeah.
And then these two frat guys one time, they were in the lobby, and they were, well, first of all, it was like 5 or 6 frat guys. And they were all drunk, but 2 of them were having a little physical battle. They were wrestling each other. And then eventually they both had each other's ties, and they were like tightening each other's ties, choking each other.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it was like, you let go, no, you let go, no, you let go.
Yeah.
It was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you just know that like deep down inside they were like, don't let go, I love this. Don't let go, I love this. But anyway, I say all that to say this. If you want to impress black people, white people, if you want to impress black people at a party, just start fighting each other.
Yeah.
Just start doing weird shit, you know?
Yeah.
And we'll, like, do something that will have us be able to be like, can you believe these white people? I saw these, do something so wild and unique that it makes us think that this is a thing white people do.
Yeah.
Like, they just found a new thing that white people do all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I have a little history for you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Do you know how the Thong Song came to be?
I thought he just like walking on a beach where people were in thongs and like the thong overcame him. Thong, 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 thong.
So like the video, basically.
Yeah.
You thought the video was autobiographical?
But so now that I said it out loud, did he drop like a spoon or something that made like a rattle that was like thong? He was like, that spoon just said thong.
It's close. It's close. So, first of all, I thought it was a ridiculous coincidence that recently we just talked about the Thong Song.
Yeah, Cisco, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Cisco. We were just recently talking about, like, remember the Thong Song? Remember how amazing that song was? That was revolutionary.
Yeah.
Like, it if you like the Thong Song compared to music nowadays is tame.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, you know, when you think about like songs or works of art in their time, you got to remember like what the time period was like.
That song though is also like, you mention it and like it starts playing in your brain. It's like the beat. Yeah, you're just like, I never quite knew the words. I still don't know the words. Yeah, but like,
I like the way. that song will make you think you can sing.
Yeah.
You know, because you forget that. You forget that even Cisco was a very talented vocal musician. Yeah. He was in that group Drew Hill that was a sensation.
Yeah.
Before that, the Thong Song eclipsed everything else he did before that in his career.
After.
Basically,
I don't even know if he's still alive.
He is the Thong Song.
Yeah.
His obituary says Thong Song. So, but yeah, so what did you bring it up for recently? I remember we were talking about it in the kitchen. I remember you brought it up.
I have no idea.
I mean, we talk about butt so much, it's bound to come up.
Yeah.
It's bound to come up here and there. That's our anthem.
Yeah.
That's our anthem, the Thong Song. So, yeah, I watched a little documentary about the Thong Song. It was literally about, I don't know if we're getting close to an anniversary of the Thong Song, because I thought it came out in 99. We might be like, I think 2019 was the 20-year anniversary of the Thong Song.
Okay.
Or something like that.
Okay. Time to commemorate.
Dude, you gotta. We just gotta. So.
Can I play that for our kids yet?
I mean, you already play them Megan the Stallion. So, yes. Like I said, like, everything, like, they would be like, Mom, I don't get this. Why is, like, are they making fun of, are they making fun of, like I don't even know what they would think. They were like, I don't get, like, this isn't make anyone horny. It was like, Mom, this is what you guys did? You made songs about clothes? Just like normal clothes?
Yeah, right. Our girls would be like, what is a thong?
You don't think our girls know what a thong is?
No.
I mean, I think if they don't, we're raising them right, but I think they do. I think they would know.
I can't wait to find out.
All right, that's going to be the challenge. That can be a challenge for all you parents out there. Ask your kids what a thong is. That'll tell you whether or not you're a good parent. That'll let you know. So, man, so much history in this Thong Song.
Really?
Right? So, the beat, first of all, that iconic beat.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. I didn't realize that was a sample. Part of that was a sample from another record. I apologize, I'm not a music person, so the name isn't sticking with me. But it was like an old-timey singer. And that, like, the violin... Like
there's a violin in it?
Oh my God,
I haven't listened to it in forever.
The Thong Song is a fucking orchestra. It's such a composition.
Yeah.
So much went into this. So the beat, so they sampled this song, and the producers, the people that were making this beat, the beat makers, right?
Yeah.
They got real into a Michael Jackson phase.
Okay.
Right? They were like looking up all this Michael, and of course Michael Jackson at that time, 1999, he was still popping.
Yes,
right?
he was.
So they were listening to old Michael Jackson and new Michael Jackson stuff, and they were like, we're gonna make a beat and sell it to Michael Jackson. Now keep in mind, these beat maker producers, they're doing stuff for all of the big people at this time.
Okay.
They did beats for Usher. I can't remember the other people.
Monique, Brandy.
But it was like, no, it was Usher level.
Oh.
It was like Usher level.
They were that big back then. Remember they did their duet and they were like all the...
They had a pop.
Yeah.
Usher became an icon. So that's the level of people that they were making. So it was like Beyonce or Destiny's Child and shit like that. You're really going to tell me that Brandy and Monique had a Destiny's Child level career?
No.
Exactly. Dude, you're such a Brandy apologist. You're like,
what does that even mean?
It means that you want to put Brandy up on a higher diva pedestal than she earned in her heyday.
Man, I don't know. She was like, I think maybe you don't give her enough credit. She was like the first musician that was like on a sitcom, one of the first to have a reality TV show. Like she was cutting edge. She was ahead of her time. I think that's why you don't...
Yeah, but like then her, like Ray J brings her down a little bit.
I can't disagree with her. She does have a Ray J.
He fucks up the curve a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and Ray J is her brother, in case you guys don't remember exactly what Ray J's relevance is to her life. So these people were like major producers.
Yeah.
And they were just trying to figure out a way to get this to Michael Jackson or whatever. And but it was basically again a sample from this song. I apologize, I can't remember it. But so Cisco was looking to do something different other than Dru Hill at this time. Now, again, the Thong Song completely eclipsed everything else that Cisco did, but he was in a group called Dru Hill that were they were like it was just R&B, like an R&B group.
Yeah.
Right, but they weren't as racy as the Thong Song.
No.
Like as a group, like nothing was up until this point.
No, you had like LL Cool J licking his lips, and you were like, "Ooh, he's pushing boundaries."
Genuine almost broke the glass ceiling.
Yeah.
But he was a little too on the nose.
A little more too much humping in your face.
Yeah. If you remember, the song for Genuine was called Horny. And one of the lyrics was, if you're horny... No, it was called Pony. I'm sorry. Pony.
Yeah.
It's called Pony. Which that was the entendre, right? But then the lyrics were like, if you're horny, let's do it. Ride on my pony.
Jump on it.
Yeah, jump on it. Baby. Yeah, it was too much. A little too... It wasn't poppy and fun.
Yeah.
You know, it was only a sensual song.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't if that song came on when you were just hanging out with your homies, you just heard that shit off right away.
Yeah. Made everybody uncomfortable.
Yeah. Just like it's like you're like humping your way to the everybody just humping. Just like slow, sensual humping. Just air humping in the office. Like, nah, dude. Nah, this is one of the things about us that we gotta fucking
that must
keep
have been
hitting.
banned from every like prom and like high school dance and like
oh yeah
like you can play anything except Genuine.
no pony. So so Genuine was close. He almost broke the glass ceiling. That song was popular, but it wasn't iconic.
No.
Like the Thong Song was a global icon.
Yeah, like white moms were like dancing. It was global too.
Chinese moms were fucking dancing. You know, it was Russian moms. It was a global icon.
Yeah.
Like Pakistani moms.
Yeah.
You know, just like fuck the jungles of Borneo. Oh, you remember that little island in like the I want to say like over near Indonesia or India, off the coast of India, where they lived tribal, and that one missionary went to go like convert them, and they killed them.
Yeah.
It's like recently.
Yeah.
They were dancing to the Thong Song.
That's what he should have done when he walked up to them. He should have just started singing that. They would have welcomed him with
That's probably what they said to him.
Yeah.
And he was a Christian. He was like, no. But so yeah, the Thong Song was huge. So the reason why he didn't want, like, you would think that the reason why Cisco wanted to part ways with Dru Hill is because he was the star and they were holding him back. That wasn't what was happening.
Yeah, it wasn't a Beyonce situation.
Not at all. One of the other lesser members of Dru Hill wanted to leave the group, and
kind of like Kelly Rowland.
Basically, but they wanted him in the group.
Yeah.
And they were like having trouble getting him in the group, so they had a record deal, so they needed to put something out, but they didn't have the group to put something out. And they were like, listen, here's what we're gonna do. Until Eddie, whatever his name is, I don't remember his name. Until Eddie decides to come back.
Well, but was Cisco really better than Eddie? Because like Cisco was kind of a tiny little like if he didn't have the Thong Song, was he like? I know he was a great singer.
He was the voice of Dru Hill.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Right. And I feel like the other people were more backup vocals to his voice. Like he had the most unique standout.
But did they have the looks?
No. No,
none of them had looks.
Not this guy.
Okay.
This guy
wasn't it.
He was probably the most expendable person of the group.
Okay.
Unless, I mean, because he was like a little bit of a chunkier guy. Unless he was like the bass of the vocals.
Yeah.
He was probably pretty expendable.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So Cisco was like, listen, until we can convince him to come back, I'm going to go work on a solo album.
Yeah.
Right? And here comes Enter the Dragon. I don't know if you remember that was the name of his solo album.
Yeah, I remember now.
Enter the Dragon. And I think the one after that was like the Year of the Dragon. Like he kept with that dragon theme.
Yeah, which is good call on his part.
Yeah, do your thing, dog.
Yeah.
Brand it.
Yeah.
Brand it. Right? So he's so that's what's happening. They finished the album and they're looking for like that one song.
Yeah.
That one popular song, you know? And so they go to these producers. And the producers send him back I forget, he used the industry term for it. I wish I could remember it. I should have wrote some of this shit down.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to forget the Thong Song. I'm not going to the song of Thong.
Yeah.
Like the song of Thong. So, he accidentally put that beat for the Thong Song on it. Oh. And he knew it when he came up with that beat. Like even his partner, they were like, "This is a fucking masterpiece. This is what we're going to get Michael Jackson in with." So this was supposed to go to Michael Jackson.
Yeah, they probably could picture his dance moves. They're like, remember when he was on the car and he did those? Imagine what he's going to do to this beat.
Yes. So
it's going to change the whole trajectory of
music,
pop culture.
Period. Yeah, pop culture, right? Because after the Thong Song popped, now that paved the way for a whole slew of bad burrito music.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, remember right after that, remember there was that animal there was an animal song about having sex.
No, that was way before.
No, we were in college.
I wanna you
No, not that.
Okay, yeah.
There was when we were in college, there was that's why I got stuck on that song,
okay,
but it's okay, go ahead.
But me and you, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like we do on the... That's an animal.
Maybe.
That's an animal fucking
okay.
song.
Yeah.
But no, they paved the way for groups like the Pussycat Dolls.
Yeah.
The Thong Song opened up that lane.
Yeah.
Before that, we weren't ready for the Pussycat Dolls.
Yeah.
And then it was let's let them in. We'll say pussy in fucking common conversation now.
Yeah.
It's
Mom's ready for
now we get to say pussy in polite company. Yeah. Pussycat Dolls. What do you think of Pussycat Dolls? It was all Pussycat Dolls. That was a weird pop.
Yeah.
That was a weird pop.
Pussycat
we
Dolls.
just liked saying the Pussycat Dolls. We didn't know who the fuck they were. If you showed people a lineup of the Pussycat Dolls even then, nobody would know who the fuck they were.
You can't name one of their songs.
No. But the Pussycat Dolls.
We all know the Pussycat Dolls.
The Pussycat Dolls.
They're the Pussycat Dolls.
So Cisco hears the beat.
Yeah.
On this sample, and he's like, "Oh, I don't want to hear anything else. That's it."
Yeah.
And the guys are realizing fuck, this wasn't even supposed to be on here. And no, dude, we'll keep playing it for you. And then Cisco's like, "No, dude, I gotta have that beat. I gotta have that masterpiece."
Yeah. Well, if you can see greatness is within you. So.
Absolutely.
Cisco knew it.
He knew, right? Dude, he is the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
He is the dragon, and he finally had to break down look, dude, I got to be honest with you, man. That wasn't even supposed to be on here. This is something that we're trying to save for Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And Cisco was like, "Can I have it?"
Yeah.
And
cool.
Can I have it? Nah, you can't have it, man. You can't have it, right? So Cisco hops in the plane. He's on his way home. He calls from the plane.
Can I have it?
He's like, yeah, basically what happens. He's like, "Listen, I'm on a plane on the way home now. Can I have it? If you say I can have it, as soon as this plane lands, I'm going to hop on another plane, come back, and have it.
Yeah.
Can I have it?"
Yeah.
And they're like,
"But who are you?"
Well, see, the thing, True Hill was big.
They were big, but they weren't Michael Jackson big.
But they were big.
Yeah.
But also, the producer said this, and I fuck with this, and it's one of those things where it's I think these guys were true artists. Not just because they also made the Thong Song beat, but his response was, "One thing I've learned as a producer is if an artist wants something this badly, you gotta give it to him. If an artist wants your work this badly, you gotta give it to him. He's passionate about it,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So greatness is seeing each other right now. Yeah. And
it was meant to be, man.
It was meant to be. You give him the beat, right?
The world was ready for the Thong Song.
Dude, I love how it ends for these producers, by the way. Right? So now we're getting into the history of how the Thong Song came to be.
Okay.
Right? So keep in mind, because this is peculiar to me, and this is the only reason why I remember this whole entire story.
Okay.
This is like, I'm watching this documentary, and I'm like, yeah, nothing. And then this gets said, and I'm like, well, now I'm interested. Mm-hmm. What the fuck? Right? So Dru Hill, big. Maybe not Michael Jackson big, but big. Right? He's writing this song. He gets this beat. He starts writing this song. And he goes to hook up with this chick. And that's when he sees the thong for his first time.
Like he's never seen a thong before?
He's never seen a thong before. He had no fucking clue what it was.
His mom raised him right. So he came from a mom and dad household?
What do you mean?
So. He's in Dru Hill. What do you mean he's never seen a thong?
You see how mind-blowing this is? It's like, how has a thong never been thrown up on stage? Yeah. He did thong music.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like the Mandela effect. Yeah. The Mandela effect is like where mass people remember things differently than they actually occurred in real life. That can be like, were thongs popular before the Thong Song?
They were, because when did the Thong Song come out? We were like 1999, you said?
I would say 99.
So as a high schooler, I remember getting a thong before then.
When did the Thong Song come out? So February 15th, 2000 was the release date of this. So I was 20 when it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I knew what a thong was.
Yeah.
I did know what a thong was. I knew what a thong was when I was little because my mom used to wear thongs.
Yeah.
You know,
my mom was a bad breed.
My mom was for sure a bad breed. My mom was only wearing thongs for a long time, walking around the house in thongs.
Yeah.
Like, just no top, basically naked. Like, I mean, thank you for wearing the thong over the bush that I can see on either side of your appreciate it. Thank you for wearing the thong, Mom. Thank you so much. You know, in 20 years, there's going to be a song for this. Right now, this is very inappropriate, Mother. So he saw a thong for the first time in his life.
Yeah.
Right? So he goes back and he tells his boys, he's like, yo, this chick had on a thong. And they were like, what the fuck's a thong?
What in the world?
Yes. So now he's like telling them about a thong. He's describing what a thong is to these people. And now as a group of men, they all decide to now be on this quest to find thongs.
The thong quest. It's very X marks the spot. Like.
Yeah. So they all go on their separate quests to find thongs and come back and report to the fellas.
What? Okay, I just want to know more about this quest. Like, are they like, I'm gonna find a lady who has no panty lines, and then like you get her in bed, and they're like, fuck, no underwear. This is not the thong. Or like you're like looking up skirts, trying like.
Is this the thong the prophecy foretold?
Yeah.
Oh, nothing, no. I wasted 35 minutes. You know, I wasted a night at the bar. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was probably that. I think it was probably, just searching for the prophecy. Like, is Cisco, is the dragon telling, like, does he speaketh the truth?
Throw things over, like, oh, sweetheart, could you pick that up for me? Like, trying to get, like, because what was this, like, right, like, because Britney Spears with, like, the low-rise jeans was, like, around the same time. That's the time when, like, they were, like, selling underwear thongs that purposely came up over your jeans.
So I'm thinking now that maybe because they were a group of black guys, that maybe they were like, yo, was that real underwear, or did she just get her underwear from TJ Maxx? Are those Marshall's underwear? Are those factory defect underwear?
Yeah.
Or is the dragon speaking the truth? Are women walking around with this as underwear?
Yeah.
So he's working on this song, some time passed, and he's in the studio one night working on this song, and hanging out with the boys, like he's coming up with the lyrics. And that's what the lyrics are, by the way. The lyrics are his encounter with that first woman with the thong.
I can't wait to go back and listen to the song.
Right? Again. It's all about that date that he was on. Ooh, that dress so scandalous. Another can't handle this.
Oh, look at you.
Right? So that was, he's talking about her.
Yeah.
You know, and then he eventually sees that thong. So...
Man, she's got to feel good about herself.
She doesn't even know who she is. Dude, because, like, even she's like, was that me? Like, I couldn't have been the first thong. The lead singer of Dru Hill's song.
Yeah.
Like, I think that was me. I think I'm the ground zero thong for the Thong Song.
Yeah.
So, okay, he's in the studio, and he's chilling. You know, he's writing, he's creative, he's got this beat playing, dun 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 dun. You know, he's just like, you know, putting down the lyrics, and he just doesn't have the hook for it yet. And then one of his boys comes in. He jumps off of his steed.
Yeah, yeah.
He's back from the quest. and he like busts down the door, and he's like, dun 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 dun. He's like, yo, we gotta stop the music. And he's like, yo, guess what this girl gave me last night? And Dru Hill was like, I don't know, man. What did she give you? That his words, not mine. That's how he described it. He said, and I was like, I don't know, man. What did she give you? By the way, Cisco speaks with a lisp.
Oh, nice.
That's why I got his. I don't know, man. What did she give you? And he's like, and his son responds. That thong.
Oh, pure gold.
That became it.
Yeah.
That like a hit.
Yeah.
A hit was born.
Yeah.
Right then and there. And it was like, yo, what if I put that on the song?
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Yeah. And
he put that on the song. So now he has to go back, because these producers that produce this beat for him, normally they do everything. So they don't just produce the beat for you, but they also write the song for you as well.
Yeah.
Right? Tell us what you want the song to be about.
Yeah.
Give us a few things the song need to be in the song, need to motivate the song, and we'll give you a hit.
Yeah.
They're hit makers.
Yeah.
Right? But Cisco, he's like, he wants the full creative control of this thing. He wants this to be his artistic masterpiece. This is when he started dyeing his hair weird and start like really trying to express himself, which he was the first to do that.
Yeah.
Right? And so basically, he had to go back and tell them, I figured out what I'm going to do with that sick masterpiece of a beat you wanted to give to Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And they were like, what? And he said the Thong Song. And they were like, oh no! What have we done? So he's like, don't worry about it, I got this. Right? Yeah. So then he goes back, he starts tweaking the beat.
Yeah.
And he adds like the that should be a violin. He went and got like the best violinist in Hollywood that did violin on all the like movies and like 18,000 movies or something like that. Yeah. Like he's like the guy. And then when he just kept tweaking it until it became like, even the producer was saying we didn't even recognize the beat anymore. It wasn't even our thing at this point. And so the Thong Song was born.
Nice.
You know, and such a hit. Again, this worldwide global sensation. The Thong Song was such a hit that Michael Jackson had his people reach out to those producers, and it was like, Michael Jackson told me to reach out and tell you that if you can give him something as good as the Thong Song, meet him at this address. And it was the address to his studio. So like, in the end, Michael Jackson reached out to them.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's sick. Dude, the Thong Song was a life-changing song for everybody.
Yeah.
But it's also a song, or this is also a story about how Ricky Martin's a fucking bitch.
What does Ricky Martin do?
So, I think it's Ricky Martin. Does Ricky Martin do the song Livin' La Vida Loca?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. So that they're part of the Thong Song, where he's like, where Cisco is like, and she was living la vida loca.
Yeah.
And like, he did it the way that they do it in the song Living La Vida Loca.
Yeah.
And they fucking sued him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they sued him, so they're getting mad royalties. So
Ricky Martin's getting money from the Thong Song.
The management of Ricky Martin get more money from the Thong Song than any of the people that were involved.
Remember when Ricky Martin came out and said he was gay?
Yeah.
We know Ricky Martin. We know.
Fuck up, Ricky Martin. You ruined the Thong Song. Yeah, so a little history for you.
That was some great history.
That was, man. I think that was one of the as far as like the histories of things that we've given on this show, I think I had the most information for that.
You know what? So I had a story about there's some women beach volleyball players that want to go do a tournament in Qatar right now.
Yeah, and their thongs, I'm sure.
Well, Qatar's telling them that they want them to wear long shirts and pantaloons. They just said pants.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, like it's so hot in Qatar. That's our uniform. We want to wear our bikinis.
Yeah.
And you just like, they need to just show up and play the thong song.
Hey, that's what they need to do.
Right?
Just, they're like, okay, I can't say that at you. Oh, she was living La Vida Loca. Yeah, they should. Or, I mean, just warm up to the thong song and see what happens. See if you change the culture of Qatar with one song.
Yeah.
Man, that would be pretty sick. Ah, man. What a night. I think we're good. I think that was heavy. That was dense.
Yeah.
That was a dense one.
Yeah.
Man, I love it. I love it that we don't have to fucking stick to a particular way that we do this. You know?
Yeah.
We're just out there. Again, very, very butt heavy.
I thought you were going to say we don't have to pick... Yeah, I was going to say, Sidney, we talked about butts.
I mean, we are who we are.
Yeah.
You know, we're like our DNA doesn't change. You know, but we get to... You know, we get to pursue whatever we want to pursue on this. Mm-hmm. That's interesting. You know? The Song of Thong.
That is a great story for all. It's like... It's very inspirational.
I think so, man. It's like release your inner dragon.
Yeah.
I have a dragon tattooed on my back, people.
Yeah. Before or after, Cisco? Before?
I think it was before.
I better hope it was.
I think I was channeling the dragon. It's like, it would be funny if the tail of the dragon went down and like was a thong tail on my back. Dude, that would be so sick. I might get a thong tattooed on my body.
Oh, jeez.
At all times. I think I do want to... I think the thong song is a great vibe to embody.
It's just gonna be our house soundtrack from now on.
Yeah, just like I mean,
let's just go downstairs and start playing it and see if the kids start bopping. Like,
that's for sure gonna happen.
Yeah.
That beat is enchanting.
Huntley's gonna have her hands in the hair, like.
Can you think of a more hypnotic, enchanting beat?
I can't wait to listen to it again, to be honest with you.
Yeah, like maybe you could have before.
Yeah.
You know, but not now.
Yeah.
Like, not now that it's like...
I feel like I want to go on a quest to find a thong.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want to go on a thong quest?
That's what I'm inspired to, yeah.
Man, how would you basically truffle pig out a thong?
Truffle pig out a thong?
Yeah.
What do you mean truffle pig?
So you know how truffle pigs find truffles?
Oh, am I sniffing it out?
Yeah, yeah. How you gonna... Yeah. Wait a second. What did you think I meant by truffle pig?
You know what I thought.
Ansley, get your fucking face out of that thong. You're embarrassing us at this Denny's. Can you get your face out of that thong? So how are you going to root out this thong?
I think I've got to go to... It's very, like, Pretty Woman. I've got to go to, like, a clothing store and try to have an encounter with somebody in a dressing room and be like, oh, here, let me just help you. Yeah. You need help with that dress. I'll just end up in the same dressing room as her.
You're such a fucking creep, man. It's like, you know, of course there are many reasons why I'm very thankful that you're not a man. Right? You know, I don't think our family would be quite the same.
No.
You know? But let's assume you were, and you were my homeboy.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you gotta get your shit together, man. You can't be thinking about women like this, dude. You're gonna bring us all down. All right, let's go find these thongs. Yeah, man, I think we're good here.
Okay.
Where are we at? I mean, we're at 50 minutes here.
Okay.
You know, well, I mean, that's for the sake of this, because I am still thinking about something, you know, because I was very hard inspired by the idea that our son's going to be a shady general contractor because he doesn't show his work for his math.
Yeah.
Right? And I was also watching documentaries the other day about, but of course everything got eclipsed by the Thong Song.
Yeah.
You know, but I was watching about shady businesses and shady business practices because we were talking about bad customer service the other day.
Yeah.
And I was trying to find examples of good customer service from back in the day, just to like remind me what it felt like to be amongst good customer service, which is I don't even know why I was doing it. It's customer service isn't that bad.
Yeah.
That I have to like search on YouTube like clips of good customer service. So it's like, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
But I kept finding shady business practices.
Yeah.
And so one was it was like 60-minute, and again from like 8 years ago, from like a while ago, back when times were different. So one was a 60 minutes expose on rental cars, and the other one was on locksmiths, right? And so when doing the rental cars and stuff, they were like, so I watched the locksmith one first, and there was like they would call a locksmith, and every single locksmith they called, some Indian dude would answer.
Yeah.
And then they would send out some white dude, and then he'd basically rip you off.
Yeah.
And the way that they tested it is they had this professional locksmith like alter a lock so that it was super easy to pick. They showed the woman who was the producer of the show how to pick the lock. So she could pick it herself. She did it in like 3 minutes. Then every locksmith would show up and be like, you can't pick this lock. It has to be drilled out.
Yeah.
It's going to cost you $250 in a brand new lock.
Yeah.
So then and I'm like, man, so then they started finding that all these fucking locksmith businesses weren't real businesses.
Yeah.
It was like dummy corporations by like one company would have all these dummy corporations, so they were getting all the business.
Yeah.
Right? So that was insane. And it was just like cracking me up that there were Indian dudes. It was just like making me laugh. And I don't know if I had an opinion about the fact that they were Indian dudes until I started watching the rental car documentary about shady business practices, and all those were owned by Indian dudes.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what happened or how this happened, but I was like, all right, maybe shady business practices isn't all that bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It got, because Indian dudes were doing it, it felt cool somehow.
It's a skill in its own.
It was like they were really good at it.
Yeah.
They were like super, super good at it. The way they were like trick you into believing that you needed to have their insurance, and like trick you. Like, dude, it's like, and they had this like, and their accent has like this air of accountability and credibility.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, I guess I'll pay you an extra $90 that you quoted me.
Yeah.
So anyway, shout out to shady Indian dudes. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
That's all. I just want to close with that.
Okay.
The Thong Song, you're welcome. Shady Indian dudes, all of you get a shout out in this episode's podcast. That only took 3 extra minutes, so let's
close. Only hope our son will grow up to be one.
I can only hope our son can grow up to be a shady Indian dude.
Yeah.
So, get these shout outs ready. Come on, shout outs. The Thong of Song. It's like the only time my voice sounds okay is when I'm singing the Thong Song.
Yeah.
It's, alright. Man, that took a lot of energy, that episode.
Yeah.
Wow. Shout out to Mike Butler, Mike Levy, Lizbot, Doc, Kevin Stevens, Julian from Canada, and his wife Meg.says.so, and her podcast So and Tell, Kevin Lau, Mary Jo, Butterly, what up? Nicole, Raj, Janelle, Courtney, Rick, Andrew Pace, Keith Butts, Kyle Hancock, Erica Daniels, Levi Mercer, Justin Masabi, Ezekiel Ellis, Logan Ryan, Roger Downs, Rob, Joe Francis and his girlfriend's company, Saved by the Reef, our man TJ James, holding us down under. Wait, I didn't say that right. Whatever. Thong Song. Nick Cupsey and his 2 books, Lost in the Mail, and The 5 People You Meet in Wawa. This old guy. Don't remember who you are, but I hope you made it. Hope you got a chance to hear this Thong Song retroactive or
What do you think, like, old people that lived before the thong was invented, like, how they reacted to the invention of the thong?
Oh my God, they were still getting. They're still fucking with like upper thigh skirts and shit. Like,
what if you were 70 years old and your lady showed up at home in a thong for the first time?
You put that thong. Yeah, that's man. That would be a really interesting experience. It's hard to speak for that because of the culture that we live in. You know? It's like I don't remember not thongs. Again, my mom was parading around in her little bad burrito underwear my whole life.
Yeah, on Instagram, what you see is thongs.
Yeah, like because for me, it wasn't even like, a horny inducing thing. Like a thong. For me, it was like, ugh, a thong? Stop it, Mom. Stop it, Mom.
Like so many little boys.
Yeah. Chris Bruno, Kevin McGrath, Graham Hoffman, Chris Tucker, Derek Towson, who is my brother. We have different last names. I will explain that sometime. Sean Dowdy.
Different moms.
Just
in case you're wondering.
Guy Patterson, Brian Bachner, Toscani Rodriguez, and our man, Sean, the Boner King, king of all boners. Also, I want to give a shout out to, because on on Dick Demons, on the Dick Demons episode, we were talking about what happens to your dick when you die.
Yeah.
And then, somebody told us.
Yeah,
so,
which was amazing.
It was amazing. I'm going to find out who that was real quick. Was it? No, not him.
You got too many dick. You gotta sort your.
Well, we get messages. We get messages from people. Okay, not him. First of all, shout out to everybody that sends us messages. I'm like going through people that have sent us messages. I'm not saying their names. Just I could be saying their names too.
I feel like I could find this much faster.
Yeah, because you don't get any messages.
No.
Oh, I think I found it. No, that's not it either. Hurry up. Man. But yeah, definitely love all the support that we've been getting from all the people. It's been wonderful. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, and again, check out the Patreon. I guess we can be saying John?
Montag.
Well, yeah, don't dox him.
Sorry, John.
Yeah, we don't know.
Sorry.
Yeah. Shout out John for giving us that information, and I apologize if my wife just doxed you. I apologize if you no, I mean, dude, if you get associated with the Song of Thong episode,
yeah,
like you might get erased. you might get uncanceled. Dun. All right, thank you so much for listening. You are currently listening to Melissa Vile Kingdom and her band Circadian Clock. You guys are awesome. We love you.
Bye.
Got you.